We're gonna have some big boppers. This can go in. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Sacrifice it. It deals damage. It's got prowess. I like that. We'll add these. Gets +2/+2. Put these in here. 4 2s. How many of these do I have? Yeah, I'll put another one here. Okay, it's like, no, you're not allowed. Okay. When it dies, deals 1 damage to any target. Pretty underwhelming. Shock. Yep, this guy will go in. Deals 5 damage to target creature. Yep, these 2 4 2s will go in. Okay, green. As long as you control power creature 4 or greater, which yeah, this definitely has to go in. It can attack as though it didn't have defender. Yeah. Definitely Titanic Growth. Enchant creature you control, enters the battlefield, draw a card. Yeah. Draw a card, tap for mana, sure. Oh wait. When it enters battle, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Yeah. This guy right here, when you draw a card, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn, so it becomes a 4/3 for 4. Yeah. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1. Maybe. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, it's got... yeah, he's a big bopper. Yeah, I guess we can add this in since we're getting bigger. Yep, creature. Oh, wow. How many creatures do we have? Well, we only have 12. I don't think we're going to get mana hose. So, I guess we can put the Gorder in there. Yeah, I guess we'll put a big bopper in there. I'm sorry, I talked really loud on that one. Alright, okay, we need more creatures. Did I put the 2 visionaries in there? Yeah, I did. Alright, so... double the power of target creature until end of turn. Alright, but we do have to put in 2 creatures in here. And I just don't have a spot. Maybe this. $16 creatures, 17 mana. We can get to our big boys faster with this. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we have Unleash Fury. Yeah, we'll play it. We'll just wing it. Okay, so let's play land. Turn. Alright. Bring this down. So he bought this right here, pay 5, he gets +3 till end of turn. He's got lifelink. Alright, well. We do have 17 mana in here, so that's a lot. This is about the most you ever want to play in a draft. Attack creatures you control, get +1/+0. We'll put on this. We'll put it on this guy. And since he does have 4/4, he can just attack by himself, and he's got trample, so that's pretty cool. Well, that was shortly lived. This does... We can wreck his board state. No attacks. We have 1 mana. This can't get +2/+3. I mean... if he wants to tap out, I guess. Pay 5, get +3. If we draw in, oh, we didn't. If he wants to tap out again and attack, we'll just load this up on that and just kill it. I don't know. Actually, we can wreck a lot of creatures, so if he doesn't kill one of our creatures, he might. I mean, we kind of left it open for him, right? What does it say? Enchant creature. What is this? Okay, enchant permanent. So you can enchant anything. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchant permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless you mana range. Well, that's boo. What the heck is this? Okay, when it comes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card. When an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, draw a card, discard a card. Can't be blocked. Okay. Deal 6 damage to up to 2 targets. Not yet. Actually, my bad. I should have played this first. Bum, bum, bum. No attacks, pass turn. Yep. Let's just bring down the... So it's a 4/3. They'll probably take it out, yeah. Sideboard. down. Just a 4/4. Big boy. He might tap out. So let's nuke that and that. That +1 and it gains protection from color to try. See the +1/+1 counter. Well, that guy's pacified. So, this thing will become a 5/5. If it was still just a 4/4, we could just attack this, have him block. I don't know what he has in his hand though. Actually, because what he's going to be able to do is just discard a card, make this unblockable, then pay 2 when he untaps and draw a card. So he's just going to keep on rifling through his hand. See? Whenever this becomes untapped, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. So, yep. He doesn't want to block that, so let's see here. Well, we gotta force him to block. Alright, so he takes 6. I think this draft should just be called Let's Wing It. Let's see here. So he draws a card. Alright, so we got 2 turns left. Oh, this doesn't have trample, dang it. This does, but he can't attack. We just gotta hope for him just to be kind of aggressive. Maybe we're at like 1 life or something like that, and then we just... That's all I can think of. But if I was him, I'd just continue just making this a 2/1 unblockable. Yep. So basically, this is just a reprint from M20. It just taps a creature, doesn't untap. They always reprint a card like that. They always do. We have to hope that he's aggressive. Just pushes it. Well, he's not going to attack with this because we have a 6/6. Let's got vigilance. Alright, so. Down to 2. Aw, boo. Alright, so. Wait, he's taking that? Oh, wow. Alright. That was a long one. Okay, I was gonna say, thank gosh. I hope it's not the best of 3 because I didn't put in a sideboard. I was like, wow. Weird hand. Not gonna lie, not our best. We'll assert our dominance by putting down 2/1/1s. He's a better 1/1. He's got a double strike. Whenever he attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures you control. He gets +1/+1 in turn each. That's pretty good. He's got double strike. Oh, we can actually attack with these things because he doesn't want that to die. Yeah. Block 1/1. Yeah. I'm in good. That's really good in draft. Really good one. Let's get that one out. Oops. Let me just attack with these 2/1/1s. These 2/1/1s are wreckers. Oh, dang it. Let's say... okay. We'll put down a 5/5. kind of got mana hosed there. Yeah, if your guy dies, yeah, we can just kill it. Yeah, so that's the problem with the double strike. He didn't. We probably played like that was probably the best hand to play versus that. All right, so what do we have here? I'll keep it. You know, this is a pretty easy set. Once you start to, like, draft and you start to, like... The cards aren't that hard to remember. You know what I mean? Like, that's a reprint. I didn't know we drafted two... Or... Hey, that's what we're doing. Yeah. Nope. When it enters the battlefield, put +1 from counter target creature you control. So we want to wait and put that on a big boy. Do. Alright, when Grook's Uprising enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with 4 or greater, draw a card. Creatures you control have trample. When a creature with 4 or greater enters the battlefield, under your control, draw a card. That's... We could use that in our deck. He's not going to want to trade, but... when a creature dies, put +1/+1 counter on it. No attacks. We actually want to attack with this guy. Trample, Death Touch. Whenever it attacks, if you control a creature with 4 or greater, yeah. Well, it's literally the same. When it enters a battlefield, you choose one, put +1/+1 counter on it, or you gain 4 life. That's good for draft. And the reason why he's getting trample is because of this. That's a really good enchantment. Wow. For limited. trying to get this killed so we can put a +1/+1 counter or something. Wait a minute. At the beginning of your end step. Oh, okay. If a creature dies this turn, okay. But he's just going to outvalue us. Because when a creature card enters 4 greater, he draws a card. Whenever a creature with 4 greater enters the battlefield. Yeah, so it's just, he's going to outvalue us. He does have trample. We're trying to get this killed. Dang it. He's trying to keep his creatures alive. We're trying to kill ours. Because every single time something dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. So it's got trample, and the only way we're getting out of this is this. Onto that. When he's aggressive, you want him to be aggressive 1 turn, and then you pop it. But he's just gonna out. That's a really good card for limited. Constructed standard's too fast for that right now. Look. Okay. Yeah, imagine if we would have drafted that thing. Woo! Alright. So he's not dropping anything, and he's got a lot of mana. Let's just attack for 1 again. We'll win in 14 turns, guys. I'm joking. Nope, I didn't mean a shock. Nope. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boy, if he makes a wrong block. If I attack with this, here's the deal. He's probably going to block with a 4-3 and a 1-3. And we can only kill 1 of those creatures. So I think what we do is just keep on taxing him for that 1. And just kind of swarm him. Now this is my standard play. Alright, this right here. Heproof from black. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may reveal a creature card or group planeswalker card from among them and put that into your hand. We're just hoping to just keep on chopping away. Deals 2 damage. All right. One card in hand. Watch, we probably both have the same card. Okay, so let's give another creature trample here. But we can sacrifice this. Still, target creature. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guys, I think we might go play this right here. Because these get prowess. I think it's go time. What do you think? Well, I guess I didn't give you time to think, I just did it. Only if we had embercleave. Give me something I'll drain. Guys, remember, this will get bigger. These will get bigger if I cast a spell. It's got prowess. It gets +1/+1, so these will get bigger when I cast this out of my hand. He doesn't have an easy block. There's no easy block for him to make. Honestly, there's not an easy block that he can do. I don't know what's in his hand. It's probably, I'm gonna guess it's the same thing that we have, right? Because I mean, his deck is almost identical to us. It just, I think we outbettered him in creatures, but he outbetters us with other stuff like this and this. He's taking 2, 4, and 8. As it stands right now, he's taking 8. He doesn't want this to die. Because he easily could pop a 4/3 into that. I'm thinking we're sitting maybe on the same card. Okay, so let's think about this. He's got 2. He's going to take 1 from this, so he's taking 2, 3, 4, 5. He's taking actually 9. If he doesn't make a block with this. They already did reprint Embercleave in the Challenger decks. Kind of. That's why I think the price of Aldrain will go up after like all the reprints. Okay, I don't know if he got timed out or what, but. To be honest, we cleared so much of his board anyway. That one little card. that it's won us 2 games. And those little 1/1s. Oh, we have the same card you saw on stream. If he has a shock, he's gonna shock that guy. No. Let's see here. Our little 1/1. Alright. Hexproof from blue. Whenever you dealt damage, you gain 1 life, you create a 1/1 separately. No blocks. Hexproof. Well, he's gonna become a big boy. Oh yeah. He's got trample too. Well, so what he's probably going to do is he's probably going to triple block it, leaving us to kill these 2. Because we have to attack with it. Yeah, Gore's doing draft. Yep, doing draft. So far we're 3-0. But the first draft, the first game was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great, and then they just as fast as we won our first game in our last draft. This is sealed actually. This is sealed technically. At the beginning of your end step, if your creature died this turn, put +1/+1 counter. So I think we do that. Now if we attack, oh, I didn't read that card that properly. He's gonna kill that. Alright, so this thing right here. Add 1 for each card for each creature with 4 greater. Deals damage equal to its power. Okay. let's draw a card first. And we draw our second card so this gets bigger. Yeah. Good game. Actually, well... Alright. So far 4-0, but... Not the greatest hand, but we'll keep it. Have this right here. Was this in Theros Beyond Death? Maybe it was. Ratcos. So far we're 4-0. This card has been a stud. Ooh, Vito. That's the first time we've ever saw that card. I even forgot I even had it in here. So, I'm thinking maybe he just has it in here for the creature thing, K5, creature. So understand, what we saw in playtesting earlier, you have to check out the previous video, but whenever you can pay 5, and if your creature has a 5/5, whenever they gain life, target opponent has that much life. So if you give all your creatures, say, whatever, they'll deal damage to that opponent. So pretty much it's almost like ball game over at that point. Oops, what am I thinking? There wasn't much thought process behind that. That's 5 damage to your target. Okay, technically, we could just make this thing crazy here. Because we can give +4/+4 and double. If he doesn't block this right, this could be game right here. He's got to block it completely right. That card has been a stud. Before we do anything, let's draw a card. Alright. Deal 5 damage to that. No, so on YouTube, Nintendo, no, I have early access. I'm sponsored by Wizards, so I have a previews account. We can get any card. We're going to be doing this the whole night. Not just drafts, but playing with other decks. Literally have access to every card. Sorry I missed your comment earlier. Alright, so let's just do... So we're 5-0. We go first. Alright. Our little 1/1. This is a good combo right here. You have this 3/3. If you have a creature 4 greater can attack, just drop this down. Then drop this down over top of that. Alright, 1. Sacrifice. Put a +1/+1. Gotcha. But yeah, guys, feel free to subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Every Thursday or Friday, I haven't really decided yet. I'll be giving away arena codes randomly to people that follow and subscribe. Maybe just like box opening and MTG gameplay. What's this thing do? Yeah, we're just taking that. I feel like... Yeah, let's give it a this. Make that 36. Then when he comes into play, he'll deal 2 damage. If you have a creature 4 or greater, deals 2 damage. Actually, if I would have put it, yeah. It's not like I'm helping out the cause here. So it'll be 6-0. Also, you can check out my Gruul play if you guys are interested in Mythic rank. We're currently ranked number 900 in the Mythic rankings with Gruul. We went up to 410. I played 40 hours, so I played like 200 matches and we stayed in the top 1500. Then we kind of fell out. So right now, 6-0. Honestly, guys, I still think Gruul is going to still be a good deck. Yeah, I made a video on it was a 9-second clip. I wish I would have made it longer because I would have made money off of it. Because I don't know if you know this, but on YouTube you have to have at least a 10-second video to run an ad. And so I remember the first hour had like 10 views, and then I went to bed and I woke up and I had 23,000, and then by the end of the day I had 43,000. And I'm like, why is it getting? And then Forbes picked it up. So it's on Forbes.com. Because I can see it on my YouTube analytics. But on social media, I do sports like for Dallas Cowboys and stuff like that. Like I was just talking about, like I was just breaking down the gameplay. Just how I kind of do Magic the Gathering. You know, I'd say like when I'm playing in the Mythic level, like how I break it down for you guys. I'm like, okay, there's a 120% chance we have 2 lands, so by math, there's a 120% chance we'll get a land by turn 3. So like, I'm a little bit more calmer tonight, but as far as my talking, oh, I thought we had the one. I thought this was our little 1/1 dude. Okay, this is pretty good. Now, when I saw this card, I thought this is really good at the uncommon spot. Whenever you cast a spell that's anything but green, you put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. We don't have a creature. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be good and limited. Oh, he's got the Gruul. So as long as it's your turn, it adds first strike, which is very good and limited. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands on top of your library. Yeah, like that. He had a very good draft. Holy crap, did he have a good one? Yeah, that dies. So, well, before we do anything, let's do this. Let's draw a card. It's a 7/4. Trample. And then once there's battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter. To make him an 8/5. So he could just block, really. That was probably a mistake on my part. Actually, he just blocked that. So to make sure he has to really block. He's gonna have to block with at least these two. Or these two. Probably these two are the best block. I think I should have not done all that, because he's only got 5 toughness. And it's not like we have more cards than him, because we have lands. So it's not like we have, like... Thanks, Gurus, for sharing. So we don't really outvalue him in cards, right? He probably thinks that because of our base, but we have to attack, so we have no choice. We can actually, let's see, if we double attack, because he's going to want to just block it with this and this. I guess double attacking would be a dumb move. Only if we had that card that gives double power. Yikes. Maybe we do. Ouch, that was hurt. Nice. That's what he did. Not bad. I think the only way we're going to win this game is if he gets really aggressive and we just get that double power card. Yeah, because we just have nothing but land. So that's what I said. It appears that we outvalue him, but we don't. So there's literally no point in attacking at this point. Visionary. Or Land War Visionary. I mean, this deck's pretty well built together, this draft, because we have cards that draw, right? I mean, this draws you a card. So we've actually outdrawn him by 3. But we keep on getting land. Is he going to use our own power against us? Alright. Okay, so I'll block that to that, that to that. Actually, that to that. I didn't realize we were this, like, bad. There's absolutely really no good blocks here. He can have a Titanic growth. But we do have to block. because he can just double power. I'm thinking that's what he has in his hand. Oh, I didn't block with the guy that I meant to block with. A 1/1. Yeah, that was bad. I meant to block the 1/1 to this, so when this dies, you kill that. Yeah, that was literally like the most not good block ever. It didn't matter though. It's not like killing this creature would have changed much. Wink, wink. I'm just gonna let him have it. Dum dum dum. Boom. Alright, so we're 6-1. Alright. I don't know. Okay. Not really our greatest hand here. But let's do it. Scry 3. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature or land card, draw a card. That's pretty good for a common. That's like Omen of the Sea for green. Well, except you scry one more. Alright, we're both showing our dominance with our mountains and our forests. Both have 2 mountains and a forest and a Land of War Visionary. But he's got, what is it? My last opponent had hard to kill, didn't he? Yeah, I'm not willing to trade. Because we have this 5/5 that if it dies, oh, it's just a 5/5. I thought it did something special. I'm like, no, it's just a 5/5. But this bad boy. Yeah, I think I just take that. He could have it. I think I just kill now. I'll put this, but I'll attempt to kill. If he's got a Titanic Growth, he could keep either one of these, actually. This is in our hand, by the way. That's been the stud. Reprints. Alright. Well, let's wait if at the end of if a creature died this turn. Yeah, let's wait and see what he takes. Alright, so he's gonna block it. Oh, that's a very good move. Alright, well, if something died, let's see if it's +1/+1 counter. At our end step, we're gonna draw another card. So he's got a 2/2. Scry 3. So pretty much if you cast any spell that's non-green, you get +1/+1. Yeah, I'll sheepishly take it. +1/+1 on that. Oh boy. Does have trample. Well, that was convenient. Alright. It happens. We're at 1 life. 2 Elvish Visionaries. All he has to do is really pop that for 1. I don't see a way out. Actually, that's a dumb block. Well. We go to 6 and 2. Limited. Ooh, not a good hand. Okay, this is a tough one because this is shown to be disruptive, but when we have this deals 5 damage, I think we're gonna have to put our boy down here. Oh, we get another one. I guess he served his purpose. Wow, you know what? Red really has. That's pretty big planeswalker hate right there. They can kill Haloid Suncrown. And we don't really care if he wasted shots on that. Whenever you draw your second card. Wait, do I really kill that? The answer is yes. But I'm gonna wait. Just in case he puts an enchantment on this to try to draw. Then I'll kill it. So the enchantment will fall off. No, you kill this. Honestly, I should have played this last turn and then killed that, because then we'd have a 4-2. Death Clutch, and again, so got Death Touch. We want to get rid of that. No attacks. Yeah, definitely kill those. Thing do for 6. Until end turn, creatures should have basic power toughness equal to or X number of cards in your hand. Until end turn, creatures have base power toughness or X number of cards in your hand. Well, that's not that powerful. Not for right now. Now watch, when we draw our second card, this will get bigger. Alright, so let's draw into this. We'll draw, so he'll get bigger. He gets +2/+2 for each card through. Then we'll give him trample. When it enters the battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Each creature with a +1/+1 counter has trample. And just like that. So 7 and 2. Okay, since we're doing a draft, what draft? So what? Let me reword this here. Just imagine if this was your draft. Dan, I'm sorry I missed your chat. The set, it comes out delayed tomorrow because they have to do maintenance. So imagine that this is your draft. What card would you pick? So here's the deal. So let's just say, what card would you pick? So if, say you pick a blue card, you're stuck with all blue. Without knowing what the rare is, you're stuck. So this has got Flying Lifelink at the beginning of your end step. If you gain 3 or more life this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. That would be pretty good with a veto deck, just a budget veto deck. Right here is when Crypt Lurker enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature or discard a creature card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever this thing attacks, draw a card. Fear of the Bitten. Creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each combat if able for 1 mana. And Can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. So if you were doing the draft, what card would you select? Black? Blue. So we went 6 and 2 in our draft. Volcanic Geyser deals X damage to any target. There was a card called Brain Geyser. It was 2 mana X. Person draws X cards. Here's the thing, when it comes into play, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. Scorching Dragonfire, reprinted yet again. Deals 3 damage to any creature or planeswalker. If that would die, exile it instead. Track Drown, which is that scry 3, then reveal the top of your library. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card or a land card, draw a card. So if you're playing green, obviously you're gonna just draw a card. Destroy target creature with 4 or greater. And this D, it's a bad deal. You draw 2 cards, and each opponent discards 2 cards, and each player loses 2 life. So if this was your draft, what color would you go with without knowing the rare? You're going to be stuck with the color. Dragonfire? What is this? Other cats you control get +1/+1, have protection from dogs. Whenever 1 or more cats you control deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. Okay. There's that thing, it's pretty good. Whenever you cast a spell that's non-green, it gets +1/+1. Here's this thing. Malflick Scythe. So when it enters the battlefield, you get a soul. It enters with a soul counter on it. A equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each soul counter. Whenever a equipped creature dies, put a soul counter. You know, I don't really know what this would be used in. Like, I guess you could equip a Cauldron Familiar. I guess you could equip a Cauldron Familiar, pop it. It's got flying, it's a 2/2. Can block only creatures with flying. Tap 2, untap spirits you control. Tap target creature you don't control. So not bad. Oh boy. You know this card right here? Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Oh guys, we have to play with this tonight. I was looking at the cards last night as I was setting everything up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, which I don't recommend. But look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards into your hand, and the rest at the bottom. So on the surface, you're like, what the crap? This is a very slow anticipate. But then it says, if this spell were cast from anywhere other than your hand, put each of those cards into your hand instead. What about Experimental Frenzy, where you can just cast spells off the top of your library? You just draw 3 cards.